don't worry, I'm not going to give you an entire 1-hour lesson on music theory. I do, however, want to make sure that you can understand each card in the TINYRHYTHMBOX deck. So I just wanted to give you a short overview on music theory and how it works and how you can recognize each note. So, over here next to me, you can see a quarter note. A quarter note is just the regular note we all know. But under that, you can now see an 8th note. You recognize the 8th note because of the small flag on the top, or because it is connected with the other note with one line. 16 notes is the same but doubled, so we have 2 flags or 2 lines connecting notes together. Okay, so I have a small trick I always like to use with my students, and that is using the fingers. So, if you look at my fingers, I've wrote 1 E and A on them, so that's 16 notes. So a quarter note would always be an entire hand, because it will fall on the count and all the other fingers will fall away and we just have a 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, next, 8 notes. Always remember that an 8 note is half a count. So, in this case, it's 2 fingers. An 8 note is always 2 fingers. So if you have an 8 note, we know that this one can stay up because it is the count. So the next finger, the 16th note, is part of that 8 note. So if you have 2 8 notes in a row, you have an 8 note, so this one stays up, this one goes down, this one stays up, this one goes down, and now we know you count it like 1 N. But also, you can go like ta, ta, so you always know what beat it is. So if you have a full count of 16th notes, it's just 4 fingers, because each finger is 1/16th note. Okay, so you might not get this method immediately, but probably after you tried it out a little bit with the cards and maybe rewatch this video, you will eventually get it and something will click and you will understand it. I'm sure of it. So, next, the harder cards are the ones where we combine 8 notes and 16 notes together. So, for example, this one. The first note has a line at the top, 1 line at the top. So we know that 1 line is 8 notes. So this finger stays up, the next one goes down, because that is what we do with 8 notes. So we know that we have the 8 note on the 1 and the E is gone because it's an 8 note. So then the next note has 2 lines on the right side and 1 on the left side, but we count only the 2's, the most lines count. So that means it's a 16th note instead of an 8th note. So that just means 1 finger. Awesome. This one stays up, the N. And then we have the last note of this count, which is also a 16th note because it's still connected with 2 lines, which means that this finger stays up as well. So now we know, we count it, 1 and A. Or if you want to play it, it's ta, ta, ta. So we can not only use the fingers to know how to count it, but also how to play it. Because you can just go with your finger in a beat, in a regular tempo. 1, ta, ta. Right? Cool. Let's try one more. Okay, so this one is a little bit more difficult because we are now going to add a rest in there as well. So a rest is basically the same as a note. You still recognize it by the lines or the flags on top, but rest doesn't have a note ball on the bottom. So this first note here, you can see that it doesn't have a ball, but there are 2 flags on the left side, which means it's a rest, and because of the 2 flags we know it's a 16th note rest. So the first finger on the count is going away because it's a 16th note rest. You don't play it, so we get rid of the finger. So we know the next hit is going to be on the E. Doesn't matter what kind of note it is going to be on the E. So the next note is connected with 2 lines, but not all the way to the next, but it's still 2 lines on the side, so it's a 16th note. So this finger stays up. Nothing happens. The next note is going to be on the N, no matter what kind of note it is. Okay, if you look at that note, you can tell that it's only connected with one line, so it's an 8 note. So this one stays up, this one goes down, and now we know that you play it E, N, or ta, oh, or ta, ta. So if you do it a couple of times, ta, 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 or E, N, E, N. So this is a pretty simple tool to figure out how all the cards work. So try this stuff out. If you don't understand it, you can always send me an email or a message and I'll try to explain it maybe a little bit more slowly. Or of course also communicate with your teacher as well, or a friend who is maybe a little more advanced in music theory than you are, if you don't understand it. Because it's pretty easy once you understand it, once you get it, once it clicks, and it'll all make sense. So good luck with this, have fun, see you in the next. Bye bye.